games in, you're going to see them start to gain momentum again, and they're not. And like, I don't think Villa ever have a game like they'll never have a game like they had against Liverpool for the rest of the season, unless they're playing someone like who's bottom of the league, like West Brom or Sheffield.
I don't even know if we can make predictions like that, because I mean, you could have said that at West Ham's game when they beat who they beat 3-0,
Wolves,
and then they come back and beat 4-0 the next game. But against Wolves, West Ham's never doing that again.
I think they beat
somebody 3-0 and then somebody 4-0.
They beat Wolves 4-0, and then I can't remember who they beat 3-0. And then they were losing 3-0.
Palace, maybe. Was it Palace they beat 4-0?
It was Palace, I think.
Okay, yeah, right. But like against Wolves, you would have never said like West Ham won't do this all season.
I agree.
The very next game, so I don't even know how to predict.
Yeah, I agree. But again, look, you're talking about a Wolves team that didn't have a preseason because they had that Europa League, which, whatever, you could say that Wolves definitely had a little bit of a preseason, but I'm telling you, like, it is when you have off for 3 weeks more than another team, and that other team, when you're getting your break is when they're starting. That's a giant difference. You know what I mean? So I think, I think within the next couple of weeks you'll start seeing like the league kind of like going back to like normal in quotation marks. Like you'll see the teams that are supposed to lose, and you'll see the teams that are supposed to win. I think Villa are a team that'll be a team that is gonna. They'll be top half without question, but Wolves are going to be top half, and
I don't think Wolves get top half.
Dude, I think
this table is about to be backwards.
I don't know, dude.
Mark this episode. I'm telling you, I think it's going to be upside down. Well, and
I definitely don't think I'm
not talking about how they did last year, the year before. I'm talking about from what I've seen this year. Completely.
Yeah.
Wolves do not have an attack going forward. I've watched 3 of their 5 games so far. There's no attack.
When they don't start Adama, there's nothing.
No, and they're not starting Adama. He's starting Podence and Neto every game. And it's not that they're bad, but I've said this from the get-go, is that Wolves don't have any build-up in the middle. Yeah. They've got 2 of the slowest midfielders in Neves and Matinho.
But they didn't even start Neves against Leeds, which I didn't understand.
Because they think, it's Leeds. But Leeds know that they're different Leeds than what everybody else thinks that they are. And they're giving people a run for the money.
When I was watching that match, the commentator said that Leeds will outwork you, and that's why their system works. So if they come up against a team that'll work just as hard as them, that has better quality, that team will win, which I think is completely accurate. Like, I think against Liverpool,
Wolves didn't work hard.
But what I'm saying is, so like Leeds,
did you see that game though? Like, did you see Ronald's goal? It was luck.
Yeah,
it was complete luck. Yeah. It was a deflection.
I definitely think Leeds deserve something from that. But again, they were out, like the commentator said, they were outworking Wolves. Like, Leeds were first every ball, second every ball. Like, they were fighting for everything, and that's exactly what they were doing against Liverpool. And then when Liverpool were matching them, Liverpool were scoring on them, and then they would let off, and then they got scored on. Like, Van Dijk, with a full preseason and fully focused, does not let that happen to him. What happened with Bamford when the ball comes over the top and then he gets picked. He fully zoned in Van Dijk would not let that happen. I don't think so.
You're talking about them not having a preseason, but I mean they were playing as shittily towards the end of last season as well.
Yeah, I agree. But
so I don't know if it has anything to do with the preseason, them playing as bad as they have been lately.
I'm telling you, not having a preseason definitely matters.
I think it's a victory hangover from the past 2 years, and I think that they've won what they've had to win, and I think they're all just kind of like fuck it now.
Well, yeah, it's like
that's how they're playing.
It's like in NFL or NBA, they have like championship windows where they have to, if they win during that time, then great, but if they don't, then they need to change the coach or something. But I mean, with Liverpool, I think the way that they play, and the fact that Klopp for the past basically 3 seasons has played the same 11 in almost every single game except for like FA Cup and Carabao Cup, that is, you can't expect 11 dudes to play with that high intensity for like, I would say 2 years, but he got 3 years out of them. But again, like,
this is what I'm saying is because of those 3 years where he got everything out of them,
that they're not going to be as good. Yeah,
this is it.
I'll agree with you on that.
I don't think that particular case narrows down to the lack of preseason because they played fairly awful after they were clear at the top for a while.
Yeah,
last season, Man City. they built on their defense, which was a necessity, but they didn't add anything new up front in the middle. They're trying to bring Foden in. They got rid of Silva, and they're trying to make Bernardo the new David Silva. De Bruyne not being in hurts for the time being.
Yeah.
And
apparently his injury is a lot more serious than just 3 weeks.
How bad is it?
From what I've been seeing is that it's longer than what everyone thinks it's going to be. So it was supposed to be last game of these next 2 games. I think it'll be after the international break, which is like end of November, I believe. So it could be a lot longer. So again, you have City who've lost De Bruyne, who basically is their entire team. Like, City can't beat a good team if he doesn't show up or if he's not playing. Liverpool just lost their entire defense, basically. I mean, you've got
Aguero's falling out of his prime too.
Yeah,
City, they don't have depth on the wings.
No, and so you're about to see the like top 2 fall off. And I think if anyone's winning this year, it'd probably be Everton. And then I don't want to say this, but maybe Arsenal. But I don't think that they have Partey, which is a great midfield signing, but their midfield, other than him, is shocking. And the fact that they didn't put Ozil on their 25-man Premier League team is absolutely insane to me. Which I've been reading and hearing that it's coming from the higher-ups, because he said something like he'll continue to stand up for injustices and stuff like that, which makes you like, I don't know if he's just trying to like play it off to the fans, like I won the play but they're not letting me, or this kind of thing. He very well could be, but apparently I can't remember who it was, but they had the Turkish, like, basically the dictator.
It was the Chinese messing with the Uyghurs or the Uyghurs over.
Yeah, which is.
Well, he made those comments at the time, and then he immediately got out of the lineup.
Which is definitely coming from a higher up, because there's no way, if you have his quality and you have that and you're paying him that much money, that even Arteta and him were getting along well from what I could understand, but I don't know.
I'm sure he wants him right now.
Yeah, dude. They would be a force to reckon with if they had Ozil and Partey in the midfield.
Aouar would have solved that issue, but that fell through.
Arsenal don't have that much money.
No, Gabriel was a decent buy. Putting Saliba on reserves and keeping Mustafi
on U23. He's playing U23.
Yeah, that man's played top flight football for 2 years now. Like, he's ready.
But the thing is he though? Because the Arsenal U23s played United's U18s, and United's U18s tore him a new one. I watched like most of that on MUTV, and I was like, this dude does not look like the player that Arsenal were trying to buy.
Well, if you've noticed, our youth team.
Our youth team is definitely
what I'm saying is we've bought 2 to 3 new youth players for every new window, senior player that we're getting each window.
Yeah,
throughout the year.
Yeah,
we're getting a lot of youth signings. So I mean, we're building for the future. So I'm not surprised.
Which is exciting, but at the same time, like,
we're going to sell all those players anyway.
Yeah, it's not going to mean shit.
No, not at all.
Like, I guarantee one of those guys that we bought for
they looked at Ajax's their model, and we were like, we're going to start selling youth players.
Oh God,
can you wait?
Oh, dude,
excited?
Did you see that United just needed $15 million to buy Sancho,
and the Glazers taking the money?
Took $23 million in dividends. Go fuck yourself.
Well, they're annual dividends. They were on the calendar.
Still,
we knew it was coming.
Still, but anyway,
they need
Liverpool.
The money, dude. You're being hard on them.
Yeah, okay, but Liverpool definitely think that they're gonna have a struggle bus season, because I mean, losing he's not their captain. Like, Henderson is definitely like their. When he was missing last year, there was a big difference. But missing, like, Van Dijk, I think I said it in the group meet, it was like Liverpool's defense went from how are we going to score to how have we not scored in, like, a week once they lost Alisson and Van Dijk. Because, I mean, if I'm a manager of any team, I'm getting my most skillful player. So, like, if I'm Newcastle, I'm Steve Bruce. I'm getting Alan St. Maximum. and I'm saying every time you get the ball, you run at Alexander-Arnold. I don't care if you lose it. You keep running at him.
Did you see how many players of ours he juked out last weekend? Time after time. And look, we've got plenty good defensive players. We've got players who pocket Mbappe and Neymar for 90 minutes. This man was just having a field day in our midfield, juking everybody out, yanking ankles, dude.
Let's be fair. Half the time was against Dan James, though.
No. Go back and watch the Newcastle game. There was one point in time for a span of 5 minutes. He just decided, I'm taking on all these motherfuckers, and he went in there and just started juking everybody. Granted, he didn't get the ball off or pass it off, but he would juke out 5. I mean, and that's just a minor step in his gameplay he needs to develop.
Yeah.
But juking out 5 people in a row and keeping going to the ball is something not everybody can do. So getting that last pass off, fuck it, you can learn that tomorrow. But his capability in keeping the ball.
And he just signed a new contract. Dude, he is the funniest person to follow on Twitter.
Oh yeah, I followed him.
Did you see when they said that he signed a new contract? He posted the video of Leonardo DiCaprio, the Wolf of Wall Street, saying, "I'm not fucking leaving." Dude is hilarious, man. He's so funny. And then
they love him there too. He loves it there. So
and last year on FIFA,
Newcastle's growing. So I think it's going to be the Newcastle hold.
On FIFA, last year they made him really bad or something. I think they I don't know, can't remember what it was, but he was adding EA Sports. He was like, "Please fix me. I'm not this ugly." Dude is so funny. But yeah, I was watching it with Joe and KG, and when I saw St. Maximum against Wan-Bissaka, I was like, I guarantee you, second half he'll be on Shaw's side. And then started the second half, he moved over to Shaw's side. And I was like, I wonder why he did that. And then he went back over, but he definitely started on Shaw's side, but I don't think they were getting him the ball, and that's why he went back over to the left. Because Newcastle, for some reason, if you watch them, they were like United before Bruno got there. Everything for them kind of goes over towards the left where St. Maximum is, which, I mean, makes perfect sense. But everything, when they play from the right, they kind of
Who's on the right? Well, it was Joe Linton was on their left whenever St. Maximin was on the right. I don't know if they play Miggy on the right at all anymore.
He didn't start against United. He came on, and then he played
Almiron.
Yeah, he came out, and I can't remember where he played. It wasn't on the wing, but when he came on, that's when United... That game was terrible to look at until the last 10 minutes when United just started tearing them apart. And Bruno could have had a hat-trick that game. The goal in the first half that was disallowed, that finish was unreal. Mm-hmm. He missed the penalty, and then the goal that he scored, which finish was also unreal.
Oh, yeah, top right.
Yeah, both of them. And then Rashford, what he did against Newcastle is what I want him doing every game, where he's running at the defender. Because it was I guess he basically thought, if I don't score or if I don't do something, we're not scoring. And then yesterday against PSG, he had 2 or 3 times where he was in, and he kind of didn't know what to do with it. He kind of freaked out. But it's just take the shot, man. Yeah. You're feeding kids on the streets. You don't need to feed your teammates as well. Yeah. They can figure it out for themselves. I can guarantee you, Martial, if he's in that position, he's not passing you the ball.
Well, I don't know if Rashford's noticed by now, but he is the goal scorer. I mean, who else? I mean, Martial, yeah, but it's Rashford and Martial.
Dude, but I'm telling you,
they're a good duo too. And I'll take Martial up top if Rashford's with him. They're a decent duo up there.
Dude, imagine if Sancho was on the right. Oh god.
You know, I don't know if I want Sancho.
Oh yeah, I don't want him anymore either.
No, I'm being for real. Dude. I'm being so serious.
No way.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see an argument for not having him, but my God, why did he make that shit
Why
so
do you
sick.
Want him? Because he's 120?
No, I don't want him because he's 120. I want him because he got 17 goals and 17 assists in the Bundesliga last year. That's unreal.
Where?
Okay, what, dude?
Where?
Don't even start that right now.
No, what league did you just say?
But then you can make the argument then that Lewandowski isn't that great of a striker. Then Lewandowski is the best striker in the world right now. But if he's just in the Bundesliga scoring all these goals, then see what I'm saying?
No, he's not. He's all right.
Shut.
He's okay.
Yeah, you're right. He's not as good as Cavani
or Calvert-Lewin. But
dude, Alex Telles crossing the ball in to Cavani.